What's up guys? I know I haven't made a video in a really long time. I'm really sorry. I mean, I haven't got much time to make videos and my laptop got spoiled and stuff. But anyway, I'm back now and I'm gonna start with the for loop, which is one of the first loops that my teacher taught me. I learned about like 6 months back or something. It's pretty easy. So let me start with the for loop. But before I go into that, I want to explain to you what is a loop. A loop, the technical term given to it, is an iteration statement. Now, the word iteration may confuse a lot of people who maybe aren't strong with English language much. So, iteration basically means repetition, which basically means repeating. It's a repeating statement. Okay, so that's iteration statement. I'm sorry. Now, what is a for loop? A for loop basically is a loop which has three blanks which you have to fill, separated by semicolons, and you have something here. This is basically what a for loop is. Three things in that for loop, and you have to fill them up. You can leave some of them blank also, but I won't get into that right now. It's an introductory video. So let me get back to for loop, and I'll do this in a good amount of detail. First, I'll show you the syntax, and let me do it in a different color so that you can understand. For int I equals, let's say 1, put a semicolon there. I less than or equal to 5, put a semicolon there. I plus plus, and here your scope for the for loop starts. Now let me explain all these three. The first one is the initialization statement. Okay, the second one is the test, test, T-E-S-T, test expression, and the third one is the, well, some people call it increment decrement expression, and that's fine, I guess. Now for all those who didn't know what I plus plus is, I plus plus is the same thing as writing I is equal to I plus 1, which is the same thing as writing that I is equal to, well, whatever the value of I is, plus 1, which is rather the same thing as writing I plus 1, in the sense that the new value of I is I plus 1, increasing I by 1. Anyway, so this is the basic framework of a for loop. Let me go into an example so that you guys can understand a little better. Let's say I write this loop for int I equals 0, I less than equal to 4, and I plus plus, and I write here system dot out. I know this is a bit tedious writing this one line to print something, but what to do. System dot out dot println I. Looks really simple, and trust me, it is. you're printing the value of I. So I is originally 0, so it prints 0. Comes here, it checks what I is, I print 0. Comes, and then well, it goes back to this statement. Now it increases I by 1, so I becomes 1. It checks if 1 less than equal to 4, and that is true, so it prints 1. Goes back there, I plus plus. Then it checks if 2 less than equal to 4, prints 2. 3, 4. 4 is equal to 4, so it will print 4. The moment I becomes 5, it goes here, it increases I becomes 5. It checks whether 5 is less than equal to 4, which it's not, so it skips this entire part and just goes out of the loop. So I think that's the for loop. I mean, yeah, that is the for loop. And remember not to make the mistake of writing for whatever and putting a semicolon here, because well, that's gonna make your for loop useless. I'll discuss it in a later video. For now, just understand that that's the for loop. And well, that's about it for this video. Thanks, have a good night.